I, he's Straw, he's Parker. Together we are the Battlehammer. Welcome to another solo game of Spirit Island with the Jagged Earth expansion. I'm still very much a noob. I haven't played it again in, I haven't been playing it lots and lots and lots. This is the next time I've played it since the last time that you saw. Thanks for watching. Had a few good views on there and some comments, so I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me put it up on the Facebook page without getting all aggravated by me, which I wouldn't blame you if you did. No one suggested any particular spirit to use in this run through, so I'm going to go with Lure of the Deep Wilderness. It's got quite a cool picture there of like a big, almost like an angler fish meets a big foresty something. So, reading the blurb on the back as we do. Most early Dahan settlements clustered along the coasts. From time to time, a handful of residents would get a distant look in their eyes and stride off into the heart of the island, no pleading or reason dissuading them from seeking some distant call only they could hear. Many of these involuntary wanderers survived and settled together in time. This may have hastened the first reckoning, as they relied much more on agriculture than did their fishing brethren along the coast. A few wanderers spoke, in voices of wonder mingled with fear, of finding the spirit that called them ever further inward, but most never even saw it, only felt its distant beckoning. So very much focused on the internals of the island rather than the outernals. I know that's not a word, I don't care. Set up place 3 presents on my starting board, 2 in land 8, 1 in land 7, add 1 beast to land 8. And I've got the beast and disease from the beasts and disease branch and claw as well. Play style, as you can see, it's moderate on lots of stuff. Moderate complexity, not very good utility, but pretty good at a bunch of different stuff. Uses Badlands, oh dear, Wilds, Disease and Beasts, but not Strife, apparently. Playstyle, very focused on the interior. Best options for coastal lands are draw invaders inland, or turn towns and cities into explorers, then draw them inland. So, a couple of innate powers are forsake society to chase after dreams. There was a bit of confusion on the Facebook about it replaces, you can replace an explorer with an explorer, but once you replace something with something else you can gather it, so that's why you replace it with the same thing, because effectively you've replaced it with a thing, and because you've replaced it you can then gather it. So really I'm looking at these innate powers: forsake society to chase after dreams, replace something with something else, and then gather it to somewhere, and then never heard from again, destroy any explorers there. So I can move things around and in theory lure people into the island as they go, ooh wow, this stuff's really cool, look at that, and then I go nom 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 and eat them. Special rules. Home of the island's heart, your presence may only be added to or moved to lands that are inland, so it can't be here, here or here. It can be in any of these 6 spaces. Enthrall the foreign explorers. For each of my presence in lands, I ignore up to 2 explorers during the ravage step and any ravage actions. That's pretty cool. Bear in mind it is ignore during the ravage step, so if they don't do... yeah, I guess no ravaging happens, so the Dahan don't defend. Which makes sense, they're just wandering around in the woods. I have got 4 cards, unsurprisingly. Softly Beckon Ever Inward, which is a slow 2 energy, gather up to 2 of lots of stuff. And it's not or, so I could gather up to 2 explorers and 2 towns and 2 beasts and 2 Dahan all into that place. Perils of the Deepest Island, which causes fear. Add Badlands, add Beasts, push up to 2 Dahan. Gift of the Untamed Wild, which costs 0 and is slow. Target Spirit, which can include me, which will do obviously because I'm playing it solo. I can add wilds to one of my lands or replace one of my presents with disease. Probably adding wilds, to be fair, because this is the big one. Swallowed by the Wilderness, which is fast, which is nice. Range 0 though. 2 fear and 1 damage per beasts, disease, wilds or badlands, up to a maximum of 5. So lots of moving people into stuff and then destroying them. The only weird thing is this Swallowed by Wilderness that does the damage is fast, and all these movement ones are slow. So I'm probably going to be doing the movement this turn and then attempting to destroy them next turn. So a bit more. It's the one thing about this game that I've been finding hard. I'm not very good. And this is just me, you know, I'm not saying it's a bad game, I'm saying it's my personal ineptitude. I'm not good at thinking like 2 or 3 turns ahead. I'm sure I'll get better over time as I play it more, but you know, I think this is definitely a game that behooves you to... Behooves? Is that the right word? That rewards you for being kind of a forward-thinking, planning ahead kind of guy. So we'll just put our presents back on our board. So we know that this bit's the fun bit, right? One cool thing in the Jagged Earth expansion, it's a little thing that I really like, is these tokens that they give you for all of the different elements. So for example, I've put in my growth phase, one of the things I can do is gain either a moon, an air or a plant. So if I put those, then I can use them. Or if I generate them off cards and I'm getting confused by my maths, I can do that. Or if I generate them off of my here, then I can just have them as little tokens next to me so I don't forget. Or maybe if you generate them for other people and stuff, just a nice little thing. I do recall someone, I think I drew a card last game that would have allowed me to give someone else 3 of any kind. So it's just a little nice way of helping you remember stuff. I really like little things like that in games, just, you know, ease of play, quality of life stuff I guess they call it. So, first things first, before we start, I have to find out where they're going to begin exploring. Wicked, wicked, jungle is massive! So we've got 2 explorers, 1 in each of the jungles. Boo on them. So it's my go. So, growth. Now, this is a kind of cool thing that Lure of Deep Wilderness has. I can pick one of these 2 and one of these 2. So, putting presents down is a big deal. Unfortunately for me, I've only got one way of putting presents down. Well, let's go with one of these. I'm not going to reclaim cards, unsurprisingly. I am going to place a presence within 4 to an inland land, and that will be this card plays one. I know that some of my things do have range 0. Those have range 1, so I can draw people into stuff. I am going to want to start affecting over here in the coastal lands. So I think I'm going to place a presence there. That gives me 2 card plays. Then I'm going to add one of air, moon or plant. Looking at what I've got, I think I'm going to go with, I only play 2 cards. To place those 2. Ooh, decisions. Oh, there's a noise. I'm going to go with 1 plant. No, I'm not. Am I? Yeah. Go with the palm. Because that will hopefully allow me to do Never Heard From again. And then I gain 1 energy. Then I gain that and gain 2 energy. So 2 energy for me. Hooray for me. 2 lovely energies. Then I can play some power cards. And then sorry, I gain an extra energy for that. And I can play up to 2 cards. I want to play that till next turn. I want to play a green. So I don't think I want to play that yet. So I think do. Now, excuse me. Now, I think I'm just going to play a couple of cards and then roll with it. Because this is the first time I've played them. I don't really know what I'm doing. So I am going to play... Yeah, I'm just going to play these 2 cards. And see how we go. We've got Perils of the Deepest Island and Gift of the Untamed Wild. Cost me 1 energy to play them. Give me 3, whatever they're called, 3 plants and a fire, so I can do that part of this power. 2 plants, so I can do that part, and 2 air and 1. Sorry, 2 moon and 1 air, so I can do that as well. Oh, that's cool. So I can do a bunch of stuff. Let's see how we go. That was me done. I haven't got any fast powers, so I can't do that. Blighted Island, don't have to worry about. Event. Oh, except first turn, apparently. I didn't know that. No fear. Ravage. No. Build on the jungle. Boo. Where are they going to explore? In the sand area. So 1 over here. 1 over here. And that's that. Now it's my slow powers. Now I can do a bunch of stuff here. So hopefully some of it will be good. So I can do both of those, which includes adding Badlands and doing damage and stuff like that. And here I can move people with both the top parts of that. I'm just using these to mark them for myself so I don't forget. And then I can do these as well. So I've got 4 things to do in this slow phase. Okay. Pardon me. Now, I'm pretty sure I can definitely do a bunch of stuff. Because... Okay, I'm going to do this one. Yeah, I'm going to do this one first. Gift of the Untamed Wild. I can add 1 wilds to any of my lands. Now I'm going to add it to... Boom, 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 boom. Let's put it here, I think. Put it here? No, I'm going to put it here because I've already got a token there, Beast's token, so I can use that to affect stuff. So that's that done. Then... yeah, let's see what I can do. I can replace 1 town with 2 explorers. And then, after this power replaces them, I can gather any number of them into somewhere else. So, I'm going to replace this town with 2 explorers. And then I can gather them into my lands. I'm going to gather them into here. Yeah? Good times. If it's got any remaining towns or cities, I cause a fear. Unfortunately, I don't do that. Then I can say never heard from again, which I can do the 2 of, because I had that's a 3. And that's destroy up to 2 explorers per Badlands, Beasts, Disease or Wild. I've got Beasts or Wild, so that's 2 for each one, so that's 4 explorers I can destroy. So I can destroy those 4 explorers. Woohoo! If this power destroys any explorers, gain a fear. If it destroys 5 or more, gain an extra fear. 4 is only 1 fear, but that's 4 explorers. I've got rid of that town, got rid of a bunch of explorers. Awesome sawsome. I could add a Badlands. Now Badlands increases damage, but it doesn't do anything bad per se. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, yeah, I mean, why not, right? Let's put a Badlands there. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. It just says increases damage to invaders and Dahan. Yeah. So that's those done. Here we've got Perils of the Deepest Island. Add 1 fear. Add a Badlands. Add a Beasts within 1 and push up to 2 Dahan. I'm going to say yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I'm going to do that in this space. Add a fear. Boop. Add 1 Badlands. Add a Beast within 1. Put a Beast there. And then push up to 2 Dahan. Push these guys over into the sand. So hopefully when this builds up, they can kill this guy. And that's me done. Huh. Okay, moving people around, causing shenanigans, increasing the wilds and beasts of the area. Nice, I like it. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of a sore throat today. I'll be all good though. If you know, obviously as the game goes on, if you know anything more about what I'm doing right or wrong, let me know in the comments down below. If you've got any advice as a player, if I'm over/underthinking anything, you let me know. Because I really like this game and I want to get good, as they say. Time passes, stuff happens. New turn. So I need to pick my growth and stuff. Well, I'm probably going to want to gain plants and energy and all that kind of stuff, and place more presents down because that's useful. Or do I want a new card? Ah, that's frustrating. That's a range of 0. That might work. That might work. So I'm going to add a presence. I'm going to add it there. And for this I will boom. Oh, do I to do that or that? I think I want to destroy stuff, right? Yes, I do want to destroy stuff. So I'm going to add a plant and gain 2 energy. Then it's my play power cards. So I'm going to play these 2 power cards. Ah, that's cool. So I've got 1 for Swallowed by the Wilderness and 2 for Softly Beckon Ever Inward. That's slow. That gives me 1, 2 plant, which allows me to do that. I've only got 1 moon, so I can't do that one, but I should be okay. Now I've got my fast power first, so that's my Swallowed by the Wilderness. That's 2 fear, 1, 2, which generates a fear card, which we like. Range 0, I'm going to do it on this space, and that does 1 damage per any of these things. That's 3 damage, which destroys a town. Generates another point of fear. Woohoo! Everything's coming up Millhouse. Lucky Millhouse. I should have generated 2 energy for that, right? Or did I already generate that? No, I didn't. Oh, I can't remember now. I'll not have it. Let me know in the comments down below if I've screwed myself over. And then these are slow. So it's the Blighted Island, don't worry about that. Event. Healthy Island. Promising farmland. Oh dear. When exploring, once per board, place 1 town instead of an explorer. Oh no. That's not good at all. Okay, well, I'll have to bear that in mind when I'm exploring. Beasts provoked. On each board, add 1 beast to a land without blight that has a town. Well, that's only this location here. So, rawr! The beast of the wild. Cannon defense during ravage in every land. Defend 1 per Dahan in the land, which would have been really good here. But they're not ravaging, but these guys are. And they're going to do a whole bunch of stuff. Badness. Okay. But now I've got fear, so hopefully the fear will be something really good. Isolation. Each player removes 1 explorer / town from a land where it's the only invader. Well, that's only this guy, because he's the only invader. Can't do anything there, so bloop, that guy goes away. Nice. Hooray! Now we've got ravaging. So ravaging happens in the jungle. Nothing happens here. Unfortunately, a bunch of stuff happens here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage. That is enough to do blight. Doesn't do anything else. Just going to double check that it doesn't get rid of tokens in any way. Don't think it does, but I want to double check. Boom, 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 boom. I don't think it does. It would destroy my thing. What's the word? You know, my thing. It would destroy my presence, but I haven't got any presence there, so that's fine. So that gets discarded. Then we build in the sand areas, but there's no one there. And now we explore in the water areas. Now, one of them I have to place a explorer in, and one of them I have to place a town in. I think what I'm going to do balls. Well, let's place the town there and the explorer there, I guess. At least he's out of the way. I don't have to worry about him just yet. Okay. Now I get my slow stuff. So I've got softly back and ever inward, which I can gather a bunch of stuff. And then I can destroy explorers. I think I want to do that, do I? Yeah, I think so. So I'm going to gather, I can gather up to 2 explorers, so I'm going to gather them into this space because I'm going to use this as my target land. It is inland and it does have my presence, so I can. So 2 explorers go into there, up to 2 towns. I think just this one. Up to 2 beasts. Yeah, we'll have 2 beasts in there. And up to 2 Dahan. Yeah, let's move some Dahan in there. Everyone is loving these mountains. And then, never heard from again, destroy up to 2 explorers per token. So we'll get rid of those 2 explorers, which gives me a point of fear. It wasn't as effective as I'd hoped, but some blight coming. Yeesh. But the sand is safe next turn, so that's good. And the water's safe for a bit as well. Ooh. So I just need to focus on some other stuff. So the moving around people was really handy. Then it's a new time passes and all that jazz. Put my tokens back and whatnot. New turn for me. Well, I'm going to have to reclaim my cards and gain 1 energy. And then I need a bunch of energy to do my stuff, aren't I? Do I want another card? That means I can destroy that, which is good. And get another fear card, which is good. So I'm definitely going to be playing that. The question is, do I want to gain a power card? Boom, 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 boom. No, I'm going to do this one, the gain stuff, and then gain energy. So I'm going to gain 2 energy, 1, 2 energy, and what do I want to gain? Well, I want to do that card, and I probably want to do... one of these 2. That one. So that means I'm going to need another moon. So I have moon, and then I get to draw 2 energy. 1, I'll have a 3 and put one of those back. Then I play my cards. I'm going to play these ones. Because I've got 2 moon, that means I can do that in the slow phase. And that actually, so the second one down. And I've also got 2 plant, which allows me to do this one. My fast one is this, swallowed by the wilderness, 2 fear. 1, 2. Generates me a fear card, which we like. And 1 damage per beast / whatever tokens I've got in there. Well, I've got 2 beasts, that's 2 damage, means I can destroy this town. Ha ha ha! Which generates me another point of fear. Whoa, fear me, for I am mighty. And then everything else is slow. So, Invader phase, Blighted Island, don't have to worry about. Event phase. Raising interest in the island. That doesn't sound good, does it? Your island is unlike any the invaders have seen. Their leaders begin to take an interest in tales of strangeness. Ignore the curiosity. Return the top card of the invader deck to the box. On each board, add one town to a land without one. So that's the top card of this. Remove that and then put a town down. Or, so that means that I'm faster going through this. So I've effectively got one less turn of the game. Or I can weave lies in the minds of their observers. Costs 4 energy per player, aided by air. Well, I've got 2 air, so I think that's good. Ah, no, I discard cards as I recall. I'll have to double check that. And then I return the top fear card to the box, which will put me onto terror level 2. But during the next normal ravage, each town and city does extra damage. Well, they're not doing any damage, so really I want to do that, don't I? Cost me 4 energy. Just going to try and find out what aiding does. Aided by element. Gain +1 towards the cost for each of that element I have in play. So I've got 2, so I gain 2, so only going to cost me 2 energy. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Spend that 3 for a 1. Return the top fear card to the box, so I get rid of that. Whee! So, terror level 2. All I've got to do is get rid of all the towns and cities. Yeah, good luck with that. But they all do extra damage, but I don't have to worry about that. Beast of the Jungle. On each board, add 1 beast to a jungle without blight. Well, I can't put it here, annoyingly. I can only put it there. If I could have put it there, I would have caused fear. Traps and snares on each board, add 1 wild to a land with Dahan. I'm going to put it there, I think. Ooh, stuff happening. Then we have the fear. Putting the fear into you. Now we're on terror level 2, so it's the next one. Oh, in each land with, crikey, badlands, beasts, a bunch of stuff, or adjacent to 3 or more such tokens, defend 5. Well, that's not useful to me right now, but it would have been good. Defending is fun. Not going to lie, that would have been really handy against a big ravage, but fortunately I've planned ahead, so there's no big ravages coming up. Wicked! That's done. Fear. Oh, now we've got ravage, no ravaging. Build, no build. Oof. Explore. Coastal lands. Oh no! I don't like the coastal lands being built on because, you know, I'm not allowed there because I am the lure of the deep wilderness. However, I might be able to do some stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, hello. Now I could drag a bunch of people. Yeah, I could do that. That would be that. So I'm going to do Gift of the Untamed Wild first. I can choose to put a wild in one of my lands, which would be this one. And that will make sense in a moment. That's done. Then I can do Forsake Society to Chase After Dreams. Replace a town with 2 explorers. If there's any remaining towns or cities, then I can gather, sorry, I cause a fear, which you do. Then I gather into one of my lands. So I'm going to gather any number of those explorers. Oh, annoyingly, that's only those guys, right? Boom, 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 boom. And then they were never heard from again. So I destroy them both. Yeah. So I destroy them both, which generates me another point of fear. Whew. Okay. Okay. That's done, yeah. I thought I was going to be able to gather everything in there. That's what confused me, but it says gather any number of those explorers, so the ones that you've replaced, not any number of explorers. After this power replaces pieces with explorers, gather any number of those explorers into your lands. So I thought I could have taken those as well, got rid of more, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. Oh, I'm going to get some ravaging there, which is bad. However, it's only one guy, so I'm less concerned. Oof, okay. That was the slow phase, time passes, and it's back to my growth phase. Now I've got 4 energy. I'm going to want another card, aren't I? Now, do I want moon or animal? I think I'm going to want moon. So I'm going to add a presence to an inland land with this. Pop it there. Which gives me a permanent moon. Giggity. I don't need to worry about that because that's there. And for this one I'm going to gain a power card. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking for various things I can use. There's no plants, which is slightly annoying. There's a moon. Boom, 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 boom. That's pretty good. Oh, coastal stuff, boo. That's potentially useful. Gathering, so I can gather and do damage with Dahan. I think that's going to be potentially useful. It does generate. The only one it generates that I really want is animal. There's a coastal one which I'm kind of not bothered by. Sucking ooze I quite like. But that's only sand and water, and it's range 1. It does give me some effect on the coast, which is pretty good. Doesn't cost anything. It's a moon. Fear is good. I'm going to go with sucking ooze. Obviously that means that people are more likely to move in because I'm, you know, causing issues on the coast. They're more like, you know, oh wow, look at the inside. I mean, that's my theme justification anyway. So we'll have that. Now I gain 2 energy. Take a 3 and put a 1 down. Get my moon. Let's put it there. No, I won't because I haven't noticed there. I don't get the extra one up here, sadly, but I can play 2 cards. Isolate. That's what I need to look up. Isolate target land. What does that mean? Represents a land, blah blah blah. Prevents explore actions. And prevents them from using adjacencies unless you let them. I mean, that's alright. It's not a bad thing. 2 fear will get me another fear card this turn, so that's good. And that does give me an extra moon. I'll be able to do a huge amount. And I'm going to do softly beckon ever inward and then do a bunch of gathering. Hopefully in the slow phase I'll have more of an idea of what I want to do. So it's going to cost me 2 energy. Change that 3 in for a 1. Now that gives me 1, 2, 3 moon. But I've only got 1 air. So I won't be able to do this thing, but I will still be able to do that. The 2 and 1, the second level of Forsake Society, Chase After Dreams. Unfortunately I can't do Never Heard From Again, which is sad. Now, in my fast phase, space within 1, sand or water, so we'll call it this. 2 fear. 1, 2, generates me a fear card, a lovely, lovely fear card. And isolate target land, so they won't explore here. So the sucking ooze. And then in the slow phase I've got slowly beckon over inward and Forsake Society, Chase After Dreams. And that was my go, or my fast power phase. Then we've got No Blighted Island, thankfully. Event. Seek new farmland, and each land with 2 or more towns, push 1 town. Well, I'm not even one with 2 or more towns, that's good. Plagues bring fear and death. Ooh, 1 fear for each board with disease. Well, that's 1 fear because it's my board. Yeah, so 1 fear, and on each board 2 damage to Dahan in a land with disease. Well, there's no Dahan in a land with disease, which is good. Engage on their own terms. During damage, during ravage, Dahan only do 1 damage each, but deal damage before invaders. Well, that won't matter, but you know, kind of nice. Then fear, and we're in fear level 2, spreading timidity. Timidity, try saying that 4 times fast. Each player chooses a land to isolate, each player chooses a different land to isolate, also defend 2 in those lands. I guess I'll defend here. That's already isolated. And then we'll defend here as well. I don't know, isolate that. Yeah, so these 2 and defend 2. Then we have the ravagey stuff. So ravaging the waterways, well, this is being defended. He only did 1 damage anyway, but we won't tell him that. And that's fine. Then we build in the coastal lands. This sucks. Build there. Unfortunately, that should have stopped me building. I'll remember it for the next time. I'll remember it for now, because that would build a town, and now it doesn't, because that disease is there, which I should have remembered right at the start. I'm sure one of you was already typing away, should have done that, but you know what? I'm a dummy. So that's the build phase, and then we explore in the waterways. Now I don't explore here, because this is isolated. I do, however, explore here. Oi. Okay. Now, softly beckon ever inward. Oh, that's there. I thought that was touching that. That's irritating. Where? Oh, do that? Maybe. about this. I'm just having a think, which is unlike me, I know. So I can replace that and gather people in. I can't do any damage to them. Oh, frustration. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to do this for sake of society, chase off dreams, turn this town into 2 explorers, and then gather them into this space. Yeah. Then I'm going to gather into this space using slowly backing on ever inward up to 2 explorers. Bring these 2 guys down. Up to 2 towns, this town, up to 2 beasts, that beast and that beast. Rar, and up to 2 Dahan, but there's no Dahan nearby that I can do stuff to. Okay. That's all that done. Time passes. Tick tock, tick tock. Now I am going to have to reclaim my cards. So reclaim my cards and gain 1 energy. And for the other thing, play 2 cards. Grr. Yeah, so definitely that. Got a free moon, so I'll play another moon. To do that with, and I need at least 2 plants. Probably to do. So I'm going to have a plant because I think I need that more. Then I get 2 energy from that. Oh no! Now I'm playing my cards before growth. Growth, gain energy. Gain energy now. And now I play 2 cards, which will definitely be swallowed by the wilderness, and will also be on with the moon. Oh, I think I want to do that one. Sucking ooze for 0 power. Okay, so they're both fast, so we can do them both now, and they generate me 2, whatever these are called, 2 plants, so I can do that thing in the slow phase. And I've got 2 moon and 1 air, so I can do that in the slow phase. However, sucking ooze onto here, which just causes 2 fear. 1, 2. Generate me another fear card. And then we're going to do Swallowed by the Wilderness in this space, which generates me 2 fear, and 1 damage per beast, thing. I've got a bunch of those, 4 beasts, I'll do 4 damage, that's 2 explorers and this town. Which generates me another point of fear. And then I do those in the slow phase. Oh, I don't think I'm doing so well on this, but we'll see. Now it's the invader phase, done throughout Blighted Island. We've got the event phase. Healthy Island, the struggles of growth, giggity goo. A painful crux point each spirit chooses. Trade reach for deeper nature. Destroy 2 of your presence to gain a power card. No. Oh, leave behind that which restrains you. Forget a power card, gain 2 energy, move up to 2 of your presence up to 4 spaces. I mean, I don't want to do either of those. I don't want to destroy 2 of my presence. That's just not happening. So I guess I'm going to have to forget a power card. Oh no, but these are my 4 main ones. Ay, ay, ay. I don't feel good about it. I'm going to forget Perils of the Deepest Island. Yeah. Oh well. I'm not bothered about moving anyone. I don't think I need to particularly. I've got access to that side of the board. Yeah. Irregular outbreaks. Ignore disease during builds. 1 fear per board with a disease. Well, I don't need disease. When invaders ravage in a land that has Dahan, the Dahan defend 2. Well, that's a thing. Okay. Well, that was not great. Okay, now we've got fear. Terror level 2. Each player adds 1 strife to a land with Dahan. For the rest of the turn, invaders have -1 health per fist to a minimum of 1. Well, strife blocks damage. Next time they damage Dahan and or the land is then removed. Well, it's a land with Dahan, so I guess I'll play it there, and then he'll defend 1 against him anyway. But yeah. Woo. Ravage coastal lands. He ravages that, defend 1, they then murder him. Now this is the bad one. This does damage 1, which nothing happens. This does damage. So we have a cascade. I need to remind myself how a cascade works. I know it's going to be bad. Because everything bad is bad. Cascade. Page 15. Sorry about this. Like I say, I'm still a bit of a noob. If it already has blight, also add 1 additional blight to an adjacent land. Okay, so I add a blight. And then flip the Healthy Island thingy. Downward spiral. At the start of each invader phase, each spirit destroys 1 of their presence. What? And then 5 blight per player. I've only got 3 there, so I'm just going to put a couple of these tokens. I didn't realise what the other thing was. So I'll go and get some in a second. And then the cascade's going to go to there. Oh no. What was it, the start of the invader phase? Right. Oh, this is going to suck. That was that. And we build in the waterways, which we do. Oh no. And there. That moves across. And then we explore in the sand. Oh, I just got rid of that guy. Crikey. Then I've got my slow stuff, so I can replace things and destroy stuff, so I can get rid of a town. They're going to ravage, so I think I'm going to go there. Oh no. Yeah. Going to remove this, turn it into 2, move it into here, and then destroy them, which generates me a point of fear, which at least gets me on the fear card, which puts me on a terror level 3. And all I've got to do is get rid of that city, which I don't seem to have anything for, unless I do a bunch of moon and stuff and air and whatnot. I mean, which I could feasibly do. Yikes. Time passes. Well, I definitely want to put a presence down. Do I want more energy and plant, or do I want animal? Looking at what's in my hand. Do I need another card? I think I need another card. Gonna have to gain a power card. Do I dare a major? Got what? 3, 4, 5, 6 energy. Plus I'll get another 2, so that gives me 7. I think I'm going to go for a major power. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da-da-da-dum. Oh dear. Wow. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's a thing. That's potentially a thing as well. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that could win me the game, right? So I've got Fire and Flood, which does just straight up 4 damage in 2 lands. I won't be able to get the extra damage from fire and whatnot. No. 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 I could do that in this space. Destroy the city. Win the game. Job's a good one. Assuming nothing goes wrong, because that's a slow one. Indomitable Claim. Add 1 and then defend 20. I mean, yeah, why not? No, I don't think I'm going to do that. Mists of Oblivion, which does a bunch of fear. 1 fear per town city. Oh, it does 1 damage per invader, and then does 1 fear to each power, each thing that's destroyed. So that's potentially good if you can already do a bunch of damage, or if you can generate the correct elements, then you do 3 damage to each thing. I'm not so bothered about that. Paralysing Fright, 4 fear, invaders skip all actions. Ooh, that's quite good. But I think Fire and Flood, because, you know, all I need to do is destroy that city. Right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to have 8 energy. I'll be able to do it. Boom! Let's do this. So I'm going to gain that card. Then I generate 2 energy and a moon. 1, 2. And a moon. Oh, yeah. And now I can play up to 2 cards. Well, I'm going to play Fire and Flood. Kill Surprise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's play Gift of the Untamed Wild because I can't play my other card. So they're both slow. I've got 1 moon, I've got 2 moons, and I've got an air, so I can do that. the second level of Forsake Society at Chase After Dreams. I only have one plant, so I can't do Never Heard From Again. So then it's my slow phase. So I just have to survive, I think. Right? Event phase. Oh dear. Life's balance tilts. The energies of life shift towards destruction, bringing wasting and disease to the animals of the island. Death is a part of life, but does this go too far? Dun dun dun. You may. Let destruction have its day. On each board, remove one beast, add one disease. For each board, discard the top minor power. If it's fast, add a blight. Invaders and Dahan have -1 health this turn. Or you can fortify the resilience of life. Cost 4 energy per player, which I can't do. So I'm not doing that. So, on each board, remove one beast. And add one disease. For each board, discard the top minor power. If it's fast, add a blight. It is a fast, so add a blight. Oosh, not cool. That's going to go there. Invaders and Dahan have -1 health, minimum 1. Ugh. I mean, that's not going to make a massive difference to me, but it's a thing that is there. Then 1,000 small struggles. On each board with 4 or more towns and cities, and 4 or fewer Dahan, add 1 blight to a land without each board with 4 or more. There's not 4 or more towns and cities on this board. So I'm all good. Yay! Yikes! Then we have the fear. Boo, spoopy! Panic! Don't panic, Mr. Mainwaring. Each player add 1 strife to a land with beast, Dahan, or disease. Also, invaders have -1 health to a minimum of 1. Each player adds strife to an invader. Rest this turn have -1 health. I guess I'll put it there. You got to fight for your right to party. Can't remember what strife does. Does damage. Blocks it, and then it's removed. Who's ravaging the waterways? Let's put it here, right? To an invader. Could put it on this town. Oh, that'll save a blight. Yes. Phew. Okay, so ravaging waterways. This guy does 1. Fortunately, 1 is nothing. This guy would do 3, but because he's got strife, he doesn't do anything. So it's 1 damage, which does nothing. Phew, then the strife goes away. Whew. Then we build on the sand areas. So they get a build and they get a town. These don't get a town because of disease, so the disease goes away. And then we explore in the mountains. I don't know what he's doing up here. The mountain, the forbidden mountains of Beast and Dahan. Then I get my slow phase. And I can do a bunch of stuff. Burp, 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 burp. Sorry, start of invader phase. I should have removed a presence, so I'll get rid of that one because of the Blighted Island downward spiral. I think I'm just going to do it rather than faff about with the other stuff I can do. Fire and Flood. range 1 and 2 of a sacred site, which is here. 4 damage in each target land. So I'm going to pick this one, and that's in range 1, and this is in range 2 actually. So I'm going to pick this one as well. Right? No, let's pick this one. So 4 damage, that gets rid of that town, and that dude gives me a point of fear. Then I get rid of this city and this guy, because they've all got -1 health anyway, so that's 1, 2, 3 damage to that. That gives me 2 fear. But the important thing is, I'm on terror level 3, so my victory condition is to remove all cities. There are no cities on the board. I have won the game! Do-do-do-do-do! Hooray! And the crowd go mild. So, Lure of the Deep Wilderness, all about moving people in and poking them. All I got was about 2 extra cards in the total game. One was my big Fire and Flood that won me the game, and the other one was Sucking Ooze. So, fortunately I could do enough fear to get to this terror level. Yay for Lure of Deep Wilderness. I like him. Yeah, move stuff around. Good times. Leave any comments down below. I know I got a couple of rules wrong. Hopefully I made up for it later on. Specifically regarding that disease earlier on in the game. I am still definitely much of a noob to this game. If you've got any tic-tacs, any helpful thoughts about presentation, about anything you like, leave it in the comments down below and I will attempt to read it and reply. If you want to help out the channel, obviously things are a bit tricky at the moment. We would normally be playing 2-player games, generally miniature war games, that kind of thing, but obviously with things as they are, Straw and I aren't getting together. If you're coming at this from a board game thing, if you want to see more board game stuff on the channel, do let me know. I've been getting quite into my solo games. I've been playing things like Nemo's War, this, something else. I did play something else a little while ago, I can't remember what it was. But let me know in the comments down below. If you want to do one thing to help the channel, make sure it's this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you liked it, want to subscribe. If you don't like it and don't want to subscribe, you don't have to like and subscribe, but we would like it if you liked and subscribed. And until next time, stay hammered. Do 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 do.